Hi, you guys. I hope you can hear me. I decided to go live because I figure I never give my behind the scenes of anything in my life. I always look like, yay, and I'm perky and I'm cute, and which I am happy a lot of the time. But I wanted to go live and talk to you and tell you what's going on in my life right now because there's a lot. And I'm overloaded and I wanted to keep you guys updated. Hi, Harlow. Hi, you guys. Probably gonna end up crying on this thing. um, I haven't slept right in like weeks. How are you guys doing? I love you all. Hi from Spain. Hello, hi. Hello, you guys. I know. Right here I am crying on live YouTube. um, I just wanted to say hello and let you know what's going on and tell you why I haven't done Tick Tick Boom and why I haven't done more of Encanto and why we haven't restarted our watch parties. It has been insane. It has been insane. So I'm in California, in case you're like, where are you? I'm at my dad's house. Um, and I'm trying to get back home. A lot of you don't know, but I actually currently live in Thailand with my husband and our little dogs that you always see in the videos. And I hadn't seen my family in over 3.5 years. And it's probably why I film stuff because I cry a lot. And then I don't cry, you don't see it. Hi, Canada. Hi, you guys. So it took a lot for me to oh, I love your dad. Thank you, April. It took a lot for me to get to the US. It took about a month and a half of making everything set so I could come to the US, and I batched 42 videos for you guys. So that way, while I was here, I could make sure that you had things consistent. Oh my God, Kyle. Kyle, thank you. Like, you guys don't have to give me money, but I mean, I will get a coffee. I could probably use a good coffee, like a good latte would be nice. So yeah, I am stuck in America right now, Eternal. So I came here. It took a lot to get me here. It was a month and a half of things going wrong, and I batched, and me and my editor made sure that everything flowed smooth for you guys here on YouTube. I wanted to make sure that my karaoke club was better and they had everything that they needed. And so that way, while I'm traveling, you guys see just everything going smooth, you know? And so that was really, really, really intense to batch 42 videos and covers. And like every cover that you see, I had to record, and then I had to learn, and then I had to make the video for it, and then he had to edit it, and then I have to approve it, and then it has to go up and be tagged and coded and timed out and like tons of stuff. So it took a lot to get here, but I was like, once I get here, I'm gonna sleep and I'm totally gonna relax. And while I was flying here, I was still on the flight. I got a text message from one of my friends saying, hey, they just changed regulations and you might not be able to get back home. And there was nothing I could do because I was on the flight. I was already flying back to the US. And originally, I was supposed to be able to fly back to Bangkok, do a 1-day quarantine, and then fly from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. And while I was in flight, they declared that they were going to stop doing that. And I had 1 hour to get in my documents to possibly be approved for the 1-day quarantine. And I was literally running around the plane trying to get proper light to take pictures of my passport. And mind you, at this point, I think I was 27 hours into traveling. I had been traveling for 27 hours already. And I like ran up to the people that were working in the kitchen area or the flight. And I was like, excuse me, can you turn on the lights in here? Because everyone else is sleeping. All the lights are dimmed. And I was like, can you turn on the lights? I have to take a picture of my passport. I have to get this in. If I don't get this in an hour, and it's saying that it's not light enough and it's not accepting my pictures. And I tried to get it all in, and I couldn't. And part of why I couldn't get it in is because, and this has just been another wonderful thing of what happened before just trying to get to US, is that my passport didn't have enough space in it. So I had to get a new passport, which was a 3-week process, mind you. And that's a whole other story, and I won't get into it, of hours and hours and hours. And I'm like being in the consulate and them taking my phone and taking my purse and taking everything and putting me in a room with no clocks. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, because I got my vaccinations done on my old passport and now I have a new passport, they weren't accepting my application to come back into Thailand on the one day. And I didn't get in. So I landed not knowing how I was going to get back. And it has been an ongoing major journey of trying to figure out how to get back into the US. And everything has come with 80 million things of going wrong. And I had to change my flight, but my flight wouldn't let me change it because they didn't have a flight into Phuket. So now I had an option of doing a 7-day quarantine in a hotel in Phuket. So instead of a 1-day in Bangkok, so I had to change my flight. I had to book a quarantine hotel. I had to book 2 tests while I'm there. I have to also book a pre-test before I go, but everywhere is sold out. So I couldn't get a pre-test. And we spent probably 5 hours, me, my dad, and my stepmom, and Danny back in Thailand, all online trying to find a place where I can get a pre-test in time to fly out. Mind you, this is 8 days in advance of me leaving. And I still can't find a place where I could make an appointment to get the pre-test, or else I can't fly. So eventually I did. Eventually, about 6 hours in, we found a place, and I had to pay $250 to get my test. And so it's just like, I couldn't get onto the site to book my test while I'm in Thailand. It wouldn't work on my phone. It wouldn't work on my dad's phone. It wouldn't work on our computers. We eventually turned off all the Wi-Fi, and it worked on my stepmom's cell phone on her data. For some reason, I could get into the site with that. And then once I got in, it wasn't allowing me to create an account. And so it's like, you guys, I know I could go on the list. It just baffles me. It absolutely has been baffling me. Simple things of just making an appointment is I can't get in, and then it won't accept my email. And then now I had to go through 4 credit cards until it finally accepted the 4th for my appointment. So I won't go, this could take hours, literally hours, for me to go through everything that hasn't been working. And the reason why I'm going online is not to just like, oh, poor me, but to give you an idea of what it's like behind the scenes of my life right now, and let you know that I'm sorry I haven't done another tick, tick, boom reaction yet. I really want to. There's so much going on right now, and I know that I told you guys I would, and I know that I told you I would do Encanto, and mind you, I have already batched out 42 videos, so you're still getting content like you were getting before. It's still coming out. It's still there. I just haven't done it because there's so much going on, and right now, getting home is my number 1 priority over making another Tick Tick Boom video. I haven't even watched the movie, and I want to. And I wanted to let everybody know as well that, like, how much money I made from that video. It's now almost at 350,000 views, and the money that I've made on the ads for that video are exactly 0. I've made 0 money on the Tick Tick Boom video that has almost 350,000 views on it. 0. Why do I make 0? Is because I don't get those ads. They're owned by the filming company and the music company that I use the clips from. They put in a dispute and they own it, and they make all that money. So I've gotten a lot of really mean comments, let's just say it nicely, on all of my social media platforms saying how greedy I am, how rude I am, how I said I was gonna do tick tick boom and now I'm not doing it and I'm a liar and like really mean stuff. And like, you know, I think some people think we make like a ton of money off of our videos and we don't. Um, I do use YouTube as an advertising platform for my karaoke club and for my paid courses because I've been teaching over 17 years singing, private instruction, and I've had studios in San Francisco, in Los Angeles, and in Palm Springs. So, you know, it I do what I do on here and I give you guys a lot of free stuff, you know. Um, I don't do Patreon because I have my karaoke club and I really do like doing my videos for you guys free of charge, truthfully. And then the people that want to learn how to sing come to my karaoke club. I just always want to make sure that you guys know like reaction channels don't make money from the actual reaction. And that is why I do put ads and stuff in it. But I think a lot of people think I make a lot of money from I don't. And then when they get mad at me that there's ads in the beginning and the end, and I'm like, I don't put those on there. That's not me. I don't have a choice on this. So so I wanted to kind of touch up with you guys and just let you know what's going on and that I do plan on and I see so many of you over there. Hi Tiago. Hi Xtina. Thank you, Emily. Like I I try to keep my content consistent and it's just right now there's a lot going on with me just trying to go home, you know? And it's there's just so much going on. So I just wanted to let you know, like um it just give me a little bit of time. I will get these videos to you. It's just right now I'm just trying to get home. And it looks like uh, I'm not even able to see my friends. I have friends here that I've had to tell them I can't see them because if I test positive, I will lose everything. Everything. I will not have my flight will be canceled. I'll lose that. My hotel will be canceled for quarantine. I'll lose that. I'll lose all my tests I've paid for. I've lost all my swabs, I'll everything if I test positive before I fly. So I haven't even been able to see my friends that I haven't seen in 3.5 years. I literally am FaceTiming them, which I could have done in Thailand. So it's just been, you know, it's been really hard. It's been really hard to tell my friends I can't see them, even ones that have been really, really safe. I still can't, you know. So I just put everything in to Thailand. I should have all of my documents set. I even paid a service to help expedite it because of everything that's come up. I'm now like running out of time. And hopefully everything goes well. And then, you know, if Jen, I live in Thailand. In case you guys are hopping on late, I live in Thailand. Originally, I came I moved to Thailand because my husband and I've been teaching for like I think it's 17 years now. My students make fun of me because I said 14 years for a long time. And they're like, look, I've been with you like 4 or 5 years and you've been saying 14 years. So clearly it's been longer. And I'm like, I know, but it like tells my age, you know? And anyways, so I've been teaching for a long time. And then I decided that I was going to move because I wanted to explore different ways of singing and different methods of voice and different cultures. And since I'm all online, might as well. So we moved to Thailand, fell in love with it, stayed there for a year, and then decided we were going to go to the Philippines next was on our list. And then COVID hit. And so we stayed in Thailand. And then we were going to go to the Spain, and Spain fell apart. We do have plans, COVID pending, to move to Portugal in March is the goal. If COVID allows it, then it'd be fine. If COVID doesn't allow it, then we're going to stay in Thailand longer. But right now I'm in California, in Sacramento. I would say, hey, let's meet up, but I can't. I literally can't. I can't even meet with you guys. I had to cancel I was supposed to go to Vegas. I was supposed to go to Santa Cruz and San Francisco and meet with my students and meet with my followers and go to Vegas and go see Hamilton. I was supposed to see like a bunch of musicals in Los Angeles where I was last week for 10 days, and none of that happened. I've literally just spent inside trying to make sure documents go through so I can go home the whole time. So it all just went through. I was just in tears. And then I got all these horrible messages from people that were just angry that I wasn't doing their videos. And I was just like, I want to let you guys know what's going on because I never do. I never go live. I never tell you guys what's going on. And it's been really hard. Can you tell? I'm like, I'm all breaking out. I know I've gained weight. I just keep eating these chocolate covered macadamia nuts, which is not a good idea. But they're really good, by the way. So that's what's going on. Yeah, COVID is a bummer, and clicking Thomas, I just click my heels 3 times. Maybe that'll work. So yes, I will definitely be reviewing more Tick Tick Boom. I do plan on doing therapy, and there was another one in there that you guys really liked. I'm also doing Encanto as well. There's a few songs on there that you guys liked, and that will be on top of what I already have coming out. There was a misconception about Naya month for Naya Rivera for Glee. I wasn't going to do a Naya video every single day. It wasn't going to be that. And I know I got quite a few messages about that one as well, of people angry that I wasn't doing a Naya video every single day. What I meant is I was going to do a Naya video every weekend for Gleeful Weekend, would be a big solo of hers. And that is still coming out. And you Glee people, y'all can't complain because there's like 50 Glee videos that I have done. So, and I'm not a Glee channel, so y'all can't complain like at all. There's no ground for that one because I'm giving you more Glee content from a vocal coach reaction than any other channel. So I just want to put that on there right now. Since I'm on here, Catherine. Oh, I love you, Catherine. Hi, honey. She's in my karaoke club. Catherine's amazing. Yeah, loads of Glee content. Exactly, Emily. I'll tell you kind of what's upcoming since you guys are curious and you're on here and I've already told you about my life and what the hell's going on and craziness. Yes. A few things. Yeah, exactly, Grace. If I make it back to Thailand, which I'm crossing fingers, everything goes through, we will be moving to Portugal in March. I have become friends with someone as well that I'm going to be hanging out with, who also has been on Broadway and done quite a bit. So that may be some cool stuff. But what's upcoming? Let me grab my calendar actually. Okay. Now, some of this can get pushed out because I will be coming out with Tick Tick Boom videos and Encanto videos, so that may push some of these out a little bit further. But the plan was before I came here. So stuff that for sure is coming because I've already recorded it is Songbird for Glee. Let me just go through these. Monday was supposed to be a cover of Breathe, but I haven't done the video yet. I have the audio for it, but I haven't done my video for it. So Breathe, my cover of Breathe from In the Heights, will be coming soon, but I don't have that quite ready yet. Wednesday is How to Sing To Be Loved from Adele, which when I made that, it was trending, and now it's not trending, but you guys are just going to get it because I already did it. Let's see here. And then the reaction for To Be Loved will come after that on January 14th. Again, these are tentative dates because if other stuff comes in, yada, 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 yada. Saturday the 15th for sure will be Back to Black from Naya for Glee. This is what happens when I batch 42 videos before I leave. The 17th of January is supposed to be my cover of Defying Gravity, but again, I've done the audio and I haven't done the video yet. So I may be delaying on that cover of Defying Gravity. But if you haven't noticed a pattern yet, if I do the video for my cover, it means that on the 19th is a how to sing video for how to sing Defying Gravity, which has already been done and it's ready and it's rocking. And if you're part of the karaoke club, you already have access to all of these cheat sheets already. On Friday the 21st will be my reaction of Defying Gravity. Who it will be, you're just going to have to wait on that one. I'm not going to give you everything. January 22nd, Glee is Girl on Fire. And that's for sure. So those Glee ones are for sure because it's already happened. January 24th is supposed to be my cover of Stand Up, but I haven't done the video for that. So I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing is all these Tick Tick Boom and Encantos. Those will all be coming out on Mondays because I haven't done videos for my covers. And so we'll just kind of move those on out. And if you haven't seen a lot of my Defying Gravity reactions, there's a ton I've already done. Let's see here. January 26th will be How to Sing Speechless from the Disney musical Aladdin. I did a reaction to that one a while back and you guys loved it. So I made a video on how to sing it. As well as I will do another reaction because there's two versions of her Speechless. And there was a version for Black Sky. This is not my kitchen. This is my father's kitchen. This is a very, very, very nice kitchen. It's huge. This house is huge. This house is, I'm so used to Thai houses that are so much smaller. This house is huge. It's super huge. I hope he's okay with me showing his kitchen. They're off right now. Okay, and then let's see here. February. See, I went out this far. February is How to Sing Burn from Hamilton. Will be February 2nd. So I broke that down for you. Again, if you want that sooner, come on over to the karaoke club. And then that's as far as I have booked out, but I do know that I did more how to sings. And so those will be coming out as well as, oh, and let me tell you what Tick Tick Booms I plan on, and I will be doing a watch party for Tick Tick Boom, and I will be doing a watch party for Encanto, and I will be doing more Glee watch parties. But again, you guys know, like, shit's going down over here. So new stuff that I didn't pre-do before I came out here. Just be a little patient with me right now, please. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go into YouTube. And when you guys basically voted on what I'm going to do. And it looks like Tick Tick Boom, I'm going to do Therapy, Come to Your Senses, and Actions Speak Louder. So I will be reacting to all three of those as well. And then for Encanto, I'm doing Surface Pressure, Waiting on a Miracle, and Family Magical. And so most likely those will come out like on Mondays and stuff. And I can batch those pretty good. I'll probably spend a day while I'm here and patch them out. Okay, so I'll just kind of look and see what you guys are saying. Emily says, you would sound amazing singing Satisfied. Satisfied, How to Sing will be coming as well. I just didn't batch that before I left, but that is on my list of songs to do. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a cover of Satisfied or of Burn. I really like Satisfied more than I like Burn, but Satisfied has a lot of words, and I'm really bad with words. Like, I feel like it's getting worse as I'm getting older. So I'm like, do I want to memorize all those words? I don't know, but I really like that song more than I like Burn personally. I know Xtina fan, you're saying live voice lessons. I don't do free live voice lessons anymore because people were just getting free lessons from me. And then I charge. I've been charging for years for lessons. And so it just didn't feel like it was, what do you call it? Respectful of those that were paying for it. So I'm not doing, I'm looking for my charger, sorry. I'm not doing live lessons anymore for free. However, if you would like a more to learn how to sing, join my karaoke club. Now, just so you know, sorry, I'm talking and moving to charge this. There we go. You can see how huge this house is. It's just massive. It's just a really big house. Okay, hang on. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming in my big old sweater because it's freaking freezing here. But if you want to learn how to sing more, you just need to join the karaoke club. It is on sale right now for $13 a month, and you get masterclasses. There are 9 masterclasses in there right now. A masterclass alone should be at least $50. So if you can't do $13 a month, unless you're living in like the Philippines, which I understand the exchange rate is higher, then perhaps learning how to sing isn't a priority of yours. You go to Starbucks twice and it's $13. So I really had to kind of hone that in. And that's cheap, y'all. That's cheap for master classes and live events and feedback every month. I wish it was that cheap for me. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, on learning how to sing. So it's kind of crazy. Let's see here. And I know I see Jen, and I'm not going to talk you into it, but I will say that in order for me to go to music school, I didn't have a whole lot of money at all, and I needed to pay for my music school. So I would go to lunch with my friends, and I would eat the chips and salsa because I couldn't afford the food. And then I would take their leftovers of my rich friends that were there, or wealthier friends. And I did that for a while. So there's a lot that you can do to cut back on expenses. And then if you don't make your own money, I mean, how awesome would it be to go to your parents and be like, hey, $13 a month. Can I vacuum and do dishes and do extra stuff around the house? If I were a parent, I'd be like, hell yeah, you can. That's awesome. It shows responsibility and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to talk you into it. If it's not right for you, it's totally fine. But it will not stay $13. It's jumping up to $30 a month starting at the end of this month, which is still dumb cheap, by the way. Dumb cheap. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, Victor, you and your subharmonics. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Will you ever post those interviews? Yes. Oh my God, Maddie, that was supposed to be on my list. Yes, absolutely. They are currently in editing. I interviewed a few people from Six. I interviewed Samantha Pauly. Oh my God, now I'm forgetting their names. It's been that long. It has been that long. And 2 other girls from Six. You know me, if you follow my channel, I forget names. Don't get all mad. But I will put them up. What I'm planning on doing is because we discussed their songs. So for instance, Samantha Pauly does All You Want to Do, right? So what I'm planning on doing is putting up the interview and then following up with a how to sing, because in the interview we discussed certain tips that she gives on how to sing All You Want to Do. And then I also do a cover of it. So that's kind of the layout that we would do for that week, would be interview, how to sing it with clips of her describing how to sing it and her tips, as well as me singing a cover. So you're like, oh yes, she knows how to sing, right? Because I did feel like there's a lot of vocal coaches out there that they teach singing, but they really can't sing really good. And if you're a vocal coach, like, you should know how to sing because you teach people. So you should train yourself, and you should at least be like pretty darn good at what you do in order to be a coach. Unless you're teaching someone who's baritone or something and it's out of your range. But I really wanted to do covers to show you, like, hey, she actually knows how to sing, Okay. Let's see here. And Sub Queen, I totally understand, honey. Like, you do what you got to do, there are exceptions, yes, but vast majority, come on. Okay, so let's see here. It would be great to Eurovision contest. I've thought about that, Black Sky, but I don't know if it's really in my wheelbox for my followers. We tend to do more musical theater, and then a little bit of trending in there because Adele's not musical theater. But God, just gotta love Adele. Okay. Let's see here. I'm loving your covers. Thank you. Do I need to just donate to you? Is your PayPal the same? Victory, honey, you don't need to donate to me. I will. Okay, let's talk about this for a quick moment. I am, see, here's my list. My list is growing of all the stuff that I am doing. I am doing a fundraiser for Myanmar Burmese refugees because Thailand is right on the border and they are, let's just say it the easiest way is they are being slaughtered right now. They're being killed. They're lining up the women. Women are being raped. Families are being bombed. They are being killed. And it is legit. It's the border is on Thailand. I have friends that are there handing them food, handing them things to help them. But Thailand will not allow them to come into Thailand because they aren't vaccinated and they're worried about what's going on. So they are staying right on the riverline border between Thailand and Burma, Myanmar. And I am planning on doing a fundraiser. I've batched out content for my Instagram and for my TikTok. I will be launching those at the end of this month. With the launch, I will be doing a fundraiser for Burmese Myanmar refugees because they need our help. They really do. And so if there's any way to like donate, that's gonna be the thing. So I generally take a lot of the profits and I send it off that way. I'm working with a company right now that's also going to add into the raffle. So we'll have a raffle, we'll have a fundraiser. And basically what it will be is when you follow my Instagram or you follow my TikTok that day as I'm live streaming, I will sing your username. So I already have a composer who's making music so it doesn't get red flagged, and he will have instrumental music that I will play. And as you guys help and like log on and follow me, I will sing your name. If you want more, then you have the option to have like, here's my name, here's a subject that I like, and here's a color or something like that. And I will sing 3 or 4 sentences, ad lib sing it, of all those different subjects put together live for you. And then that would cost you, like, if you donate $5, you get a sentence, and you donate $10 and you get something else. And 100% of that profit will go to Burmese Myanmar refugees. So I will be doing a fundraiser for that because as much as I'm here and talking about how I'm worried about getting into Thailand and whatnot, I have food on my plate. I have a roof over my head. I'm not worried about being raped or being killed. And so sometimes I do have to kind of be thankful for what I have. Yeah, Thailand just can't let them in right now. I see you, Lefty Blue. They should, but I mean, at least they're getting attention. And I haven't seen a single thing the whole time I've been here, and my parents really like to watch the news. I haven't seen a single thing about Burma, Myanmar. Not at all. And I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of people are being killed. And it's not even making the news at all because it's not to our benefit. We don't get anything by saving them. We don't get anything out of it as an American. And it's not in the news. It's just unknown. And so one of my friends runs an amazing charity, and 100%, they're all volunteers. There's no like anything for it. They don't take any cut, like the whole deal. And that is, I'll put it in the chat. It is Free Bird Cafe. So if you have an Instagram or a Facebook, you can follow them, Freebird Cafe, and literally any money that you donate to her, 100% goes to it. And I will definitely be putting more about that as I do the fundraiser. Right now, I'm trying to get sponsors to also pop in. One of them is talking about sponsoring a iPhone 12. And so when you put in money, you also get a raffle ticket and someone wins an iPhone 12 as well. So I'm trying to contact different companies and different sponsors to sponsor the event. And if you haven't noticed, I really don't put any sponsors on my channel at all. I do get approached and I don't take them. Because I like to know that they come from a really good company. Right now, I've only had 2, and that has been right now it's been what do you call it? Fine, Fifin. I call it Fifini, the Fifini mic, and then the Rose Company, New York Rose Company, the one that I did. Those are the only 2 sponsors I've taken in. A lot of other sponsors, I just don't like their companies. I don't like what they do. I don't like what they charge, including the singing straw. Don't get me started on that one. Victor says, no rape or killing in California. Boy, it really changed there. There's lots of rape and killing in California, absolutely. But there's repercussions for it. If someone rapes someone out here, there's repercussions for it. If the Myanmar Burmese refugees get raped, there's no repercussions. That's the difference. I mean, that's a really big difference. Is they're getting bombed. I mean, you can just look at it online. It's really depressing, but it is real. Okay, you guys, let's see. Because it's live, yeah. Thank you. Oh, okay. That's a good idea, Somalia. I see you on there. Here they are thinking of closing the schools again 3 years in a row. I know, and there's a lot going on with COVID right now all over the world. I should not have traveled, but I missed my family and Omicron, I always say it wrong. Again, me and names. I didn't know much about it. It wasn't a big issue in Thailand until I got on the plane, and then everything changed. And I had known a bit about it before, but everything seemed reasonable, and I was really, really gunning to come and see my family. So, Mo, do you give private online singing lessons? Yes, I do. And you can check them out by going to songsfromasuitcase.com. Pretty simple. There's different pricing plates up there depending on if you buy a group, like a large package, or if you just buy a single. And then if that's outside of your affordability, join the karaoke club because you can learn a lot in there, and that's definitely affordable. Have you ever done reactions to full albums? No, I haven't. It just seems like it takes a lot. I did full movies like The Descendants and stuff like that, but it took me about 3 hours to watch that movie because I stop it and I have to talk, and then it costs a lot for my editor to edit it out and make it look good for you guys. So it's not just me, whatever, blabbing. So I don't know if we're going to keep doing that, but maybe. But I don't plan on doing full albums personally. Yeah, Myanmar is really sad. I'm going to find a way to donate. Okay, let me look on here. I'm going to look on here, you guys. Let me grab you her info if you want to donate it through. Hang on. I'm going to go to her Facebook that she has and see what link she has, because she always has posts. Let's see here. Hold on, and I'll get you that link. I know you guys are probably all leaving the chat now, and that's okay, but I gotta get you this link. Free Bird Cafe. Yes, Free Bird Cafe. That's it. So if you go to Free Bird Cafe, I'll put that again in here. Free Bird Cafe in Thailand. She will have a list of places in all of her posts where you can give money back. And let me just go ahead and figure that out. Hang on for you all. But I will be doing a fundraiser for it, and I will sing your name, which will be pretty badass. And then you can have a recording of me singing your name. And then if you do like $10 or something, then I sing your name and a subject, and I'll just ad lib. You know, a lot of you don't know I actually make a living as a studio musician as well. And that's what I do. My specialty actually is kid songs. So I write a lot of kid songs for clients, and that's a big part of my income as well, is singing kid songs. I used to do big ballads and stuff like that, but I actually make more money, and it's more lucrative singing children's songs. So I do voices of little boys, little girls, and mommy and baby, and then Danny does the voice of the dad. So with the years of me teaching, I've learned how to really manipulate it. Like I always laugh with students, but so like if I'm doing a little girl voice, it would be really high pitched. So, oh, hello. Oh, that was so cute. I loved it. And so you've got like these kind of high voices as I'm singing. And then a boy, you close your epiglottis a little bit more and you back place it. So it's like, oh, okay, that sounds really good. I was thinking that too. So why don't we go outside today? So it's got kind of that deeper kind of sound, kind of funny. But, and then of course, mom, because mom is always so soft whenever she's singing. Okay, I'm getting you a link right now. If you want to find a place, it is Thai Freedom house.org. I'm putting that in. Have I ever worked for someone famous? I have done, the most famous I've done is I've done Dove soap commercials. So when you hear Dove soap commercials and you hear a voice singing in the background, that's my voice. That's one of them. I've also, but then since I moved to kid songs, Vlad and Nikita, if you look them up, I think they have like 500 million subscribers or something. When they're singing, a lot of times the female voice that you see them singing to their kids, that's actually my voice, and they are just lip singing over the top. Okay, let's see. Hang on. I'm giving you guys these links. I get all distracted. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to send you all this information here. Copy. And let me put this in here, and then I'll put this in the chat for you guys for the fundraiser. Because if you want, I mean, if you really want to support something or send something, this is the way to do it. Is they need it more than I do. I do fine. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Let me copy all that and let me paste it in here. Oh, it says again. Oh, thanks, leaf blower. That's been my luck, hasn't it? Okay, so let me see here. Can you okay, there's a Thai bank, but you guys aren't gonna do that. Most of you aren't. So let me put here, there we go. Thai Freedom House. That's where you want to send it. And then let me let me remove all of her tags. Okay, I think that's good. No, it won't let me put all that in there. Okay, let's try. Let's just do that. That's where you want to email. That's who you want to contact. I will have more stuff for that for you for sure when it comes up on that. Let's see here. Yeah. And let me, oh my God, Mr. Leaf Blower. There we go. So that's that. And then I'll show you real quick kind of what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see this. There we go. So this is where I was talking about. That's all Burmese Myanmar refugees. Oh, dang it. Play again. See if I can pause it by holding on there. And across the waterway is where Thailand is, and then that's Burma. And so you can kind of see, oh my God, leaf blower man. Can you hear that leaf blower? So I'll get into that more later. I know I'm blabbing now, you guys, but I just wanted to keep you posted on why I haven't done my Tick Tick Boom. And I know this sounds funny, but I haven't also been looking at comments that I can hear. Dang it, leaf blower man. Okay, I'm taking you into a different room. Hang on. We're traveling. Welcome to my dad's house. Okay, we're traveling, right? Oh, that's my dad. He just got home. Okay, let's go. Can I like go upstairs or something? I don't know. Okay, hang on. We're going upstairs. Let's see how big this house is. Look at that huge thing. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so big. Okay. Okay, I'm going upstairs. Oh, it's not the best angle. We'll go into the entertainment. Okay. All right. I think that's quieter. That quieter? That's quieter. Okay. Hang on. Let me open these. There we go. I think that's quiet enough. Okay. Dealing with real leaf blowhard. I know, right? This is my luck. Okay, I'm on a cute little stool in this bar that is never used. The raging party is up here. Okay, I am back. So yes, if you want to donate, that is where you'll donate. I will have pictures and videos and all sorts of stuff when I do the fundraiser. Just so you know. Okay, there we go. It's quiet. Beautiful. And I will be coming out with those tick, tick, boom. My main thing is I was also like, I feel better that I've talked to you guys because I seriously was like, I was crying a lot. I've been calling Danny a lot and crying and just being like, I shouldn't have come. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get back. And Wawa, my little chihuahua that you see, she stopped eating the first week that I was gone and she wasn't sleeping. And oh my God, I was freaking out because that was my worst fear, glitchy sounding. Really? Okay, maybe because my internet's better. Dang you, leaf blower! No, go away, leaf blower. Okay, hang on. I'm going to a different section of the house. I'll go into where I was teaching lessons because I know that the internet is good in there because I was teaching lessons in there earlier. Okay, I'm going in. You just get to see this massive house. Okay, all right. There. That should be good. I'm gonna sit here. Oh my God. This is not, okay, there we go. Oh, I'll sit here. Okay. Oh, you want to see something funny? Okay. Are we ready for this? This is gonna be interesting. I'm totally going off subject, but you know what? You want to see pictures of me as a kid? Hang on. You're gonna laugh. Where is it? Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna block my brother and sister just in case they don't want to be in this, but that is me as a kid. Can you tell I was a tomboy? And I was like, am I really wearing this dress? And that is a dress with floral and white poofy shoulder blades. I was such a tomboy. I didn't want to brush my hair. I didn't want to do anything. It was so bad. Okay, so there's one. That's me. Hang on. And then, so a lot of you don't know, but I basically had Glee in high school. I had food thrown at me, and I had pig noises made at me in school on a daily basis because I moved to Santa Cruz, and it's a beach town, and I was a heavier set girl, and I got made fun of a lot. So they would throw food at me in the hallways, and they would go, behind my ear while I was in class, and I've left class crying, and I was not popular. I wasn't in the musicals. Even though I was in the musicals, I never got a lead or even a supporting lead because I wasn't popular. In fact, my senior year, the biggest part I ever got was singing lead behind the lead. So they actually choreographed it where the lead popular girl was on this big stage platform, and they made it so I would dance and then hide behind and sing her high notes while she opened her mouth. And that was as close as I got to singing lead in high school. Crazy. I had a terrible high school. I'll show you how round my face was because I was heavier. But let me cover up my family so it's not they don't see everything, but that's me in high school. And you can tell I was probably about a size 14. I didn't fit into any of the cool clothes. I love my little choker there, but that was me in high school, and it was hell. I hated high school. I hated every day of it. Um, it was horrible. And I'm telling you this for those of you that are still in high school, that if I could go back and have it any other way, I would have it exactly the same way. And the reason why is because I had to build who I was. I had to figure out like I couldn't use my beauty and my looks to get anything. And so I really dug into music. I really dug into my studies. And I really became a good, caring, kind person. Whereas if I, you know, was really thin and popular, I don't know if I would have had the same chances. And nothing against thin and popular people, but I do say this a lot because, you know, a lot of people feel like they don't fit in high school and know that that's okay. And, I look back at a lot of the people I went to high school with, and I'm doing pretty awesome, but just saying, I really had the balls to pursue my dreams because if people told me no, I didn't care because I'd been told no. I've been made fun of. I've been, had really hard points in my life. So I was totally ready to go hit the ground running and say no all you want. Tell me I'm terrible. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me whatever and be like, that's nothing new. And then I also blossomed and I got into hair and makeup and figured all of that out. But if I could go back, I'd keep it exactly the same for sure. Let's see here. Let's see a funny one. Okay, I'll show you some more. Do you want to see more pictures of me as a kid? We're totally going off subject. And those of you that just arrived, I'm sorry, but I was crying an hour ago and now I'm showing kid photos. Let's see what else. There's a lot of pictures of my brother because he was really good in musical theater too. My brother's awesome. He was a Imagineer in Disney and he does a bunch of VR game stuff now and he's very, very much in the musical theater. A lot of these have all my other family members in them, so I think we'll skip. Oh, Grace, you don't have sound. So was college a much better place? Yeah, in some ways. I went to I had studied singing since I could walk. Like I had private lessons for forever. And I actually competed internationally for opera. By the time I was in junior high, I was doing opera competitions. My mom wanted me to do opera. I'm not a huge fan of opera. And so then I went into high school and I got private instruction from a teacher from Juilliard. And then we did national competitions as well for more pop and Broadway at that time. And so when the time I graduated high school, I already knew I needed to do singing. It's just been in my blood from day one, my obsession. So I went to a 2-year junior college and studied music there because I didn't want to go to a 4-year college for me personally, because I knew that what I was going for, I didn't necessarily want the degree. I wanted the knowledge. And I didn't want to study things that weren't related. I didn't want to study science or English or any of that. Though I was a straight A student in high school, I only wanted to study singing. So I auditioned for what was called at the time Los Angeles Academy of Music. Los Angeles Music Academy. There you go. I always got them mixed up. And I got in with a class of 14. That's it. And it changed my life. So I went there and I studied there for singing. That's also where I studied with Kevin Lateau, who's been the backup singer for Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and Mariah Carey, I think, as well. And like a ton, the list is like a mile long. And she is the foundation of what I teach, what I learned from her. I base a lot of it off of what I learned from her, which she learned from a guy named Vladimir Shustrov. And it was his method of singing, which is very, very different than any other method. And I studied with her. I also studied with a guy named Dorian Hawley. He was my vocal performance coach, who was the very last vocal coach of Michael Jackson. So when you watch the documentary of Michael Jackson on his last tour and you see his vocal coach, Dorian Holley, that was my vocal coach as well. So I studied with him, and he's amazing. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a really good guy. So I studied with him. And then after that, I just wanted more information. Gimme, 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 gimme. So when I moved to Palm Springs and I opened up my first vocal studio, I went to their community college there because their vocal coach that was teaching one of the classes was a well-known opera teacher. So I studied with him as well. So I would just I just kept wanting more and more, give me more, give me more. And that was also part of one of the big reasons why I am going into traveling abroad, because of learning different ways of singing. So I knew I wanted that. I wanted more information. And at the time, I had a school in Palm Springs, I had it in Los Angeles where I was teaching, and then I had one open in Santa Cruz. I say San Francisco because most people know San Francisco, but it's actually Santa Cruz. Um, and when I was in Santa Cruz was when I was teaching, and I just felt like my learning was becoming stagnant, and I wanted to really learn different ways of singing, and I felt like a lot of teachers that were teaching old methods that were not backed by current science, and I wanted to learn new stuff, and I couldn't. And as I dug in more and more in different books and different seminars as much as I could, I started realizing a lot of the stuff the teachers are teaching is wrong. It's just flat out wrong. A lot of singing is based off of classical music and classical training, and I wasn't singing classical music. So, oh, you're so cute. Hi, Lefty Blue. You're so sweet. And so, for instance, okay, perfect example that I give. And these are things that I go off on tangents in my karaoke club because we go live there every month, and I do a live Q&A, and I actually bring people on the screen and do a live lesson with them if they want some help. So if you like these lives and you would like even more interaction with me, join my karaoke club because we go live once a month there. But this is usually what I do is I go off on a tangent. So one of my examples is supporting your sound by putting more air. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves in old method of singing is to bottle up the air in your stomach and in your lower diaphragm area and try to send the air down and get as much air as possible to support the sound. And the problem with that is there's several different problems, but one of the main problems as I'm talking about classical music is classical music you sing for a long time. You're doing like, it's like it just keeps going and going and going. And then you've got pop music, which is, I got my driver's license last week. Breathe. That's it. That's all we had to say. I got my driver's license last week. And you're already taking a breath. So if you bottle up all of this air and then you go to sing that, what are you going to do with the rest of the air? Right? Where does it go? It's like, there's so much air left over because you're trying to support your sound with lots of air. It's outdated, or it doesn't work for pop contemporary music. And what it'll do is it'll cause more tension. So now we've got all this air bottled up. Think of it as if you took a breath every time that you went to talk to someone and you're like, hey, how are you? How are things? And then you've got all this air, right? And you're just like, what do I do with it? But then when you're singing pop, then you have another sentence. What do? Bottle up more air. Oh, got another sentence. Bottle up more air. Every time you breathe, you're supporting your sound, and it causes major tension. And that's why a lot of singers, when you go to belt or when you go to do something, you feel like this, or like you're hitting a wall and you can't sing past it, or it strains, or it hurts and it's painful. And a lot of times, this is from excess air, too much air. And so it's amazing when I hear teachers over and over again really reinforcing building up and bottling up that air before you sing so you can support the sound, when that's cool if it's classical music. But if it's pop music and if it's Broadway music, except for Hamilton, there are some parts in Hamilton I have to say that you have to talk a lot for a long time. You'd probably want a good amount of air for that. But otherwise, it's going to work against you. And so that was one of the things that as I started studying more and more into vocal cords and how they work and current information, I found that a lot of stuff um, being taught is outdated, is just totally outdated. And a lot of stuff on YouTube is regurgitated. Like they don't question why you're teaching what you're teaching. And it is actually kind of scary, truthfully, a lot of the things that I hear on YouTube. I did this a tangent in my last live Q&A about the word "hey." And that's really trending right now is to, in order to attach to your belting voice, you need to do a sound that's "hey." So you're going to go, "Hey, hey." And that's supposed to help you feel where your chest voice and feel that belt, right? The problem with using the word "hey" is that when you do any sound that is a "ha," in order to make a "ha" sound, and you can kind of hear it, it sounds airy, the vocal cords don't fully attach. If we fully attach them, it'd be an "a," not a "hey." "Hey" is the vocal cords not fully attaching, and an "a" is the vocal cords fully attaching. What does this mean? Well, when we're trying to sing in our chest voice and we want a heavier, thicker, meatier sound, we want the vocal cords to come together because we want them to fully vibrate in order to create that heavier, denser vibration, hence chest voice. When you sing in falsetto, which is a higher voice, a lighter voice, the vocal cords are going to part and there's going to be excess air that comes out to help create the position of falsetto. And it's the difference between like um, ah is together, compared to which is an airy, softer, more falsetto sound. Separate, together, separate, together. What does this have to do with my issue with the word "hey" in order to get into chest voice? Well, did you just hear a ha, which means vocal cords separated, and then you go into the A part of it? Basically you're training people who don't know how to sing in a belt voice to position their vocal cords in a falsetto before they come together to create more of a chest voice connection. You're doing the opposite before you do what you really should be doing. So by doing A, like A, don't do that. A would be better than hey. Hear how it doesn't have that strength? And if you're practicing for chest voice, you don't want the vocal cords separated. And so this is where one of the examples of like where I hear something that's regurgitated and they don't take the time to go, why are we using the word "hey"? Is that really the best word that we could use to attach to a feeling of chest voice? And for me, having done research on it, going, no, that's actually one of the worst things that you can do is do a "ha" in excess air in order to try to teach someone how to attach to their chest voice. So as my tangent, I go on these tangents in my live Q&As in karaoke club, but regurgitation of education, bringing it all back around. That is why I decided to travel because I felt the information that was being taught to me and being regurgitated out wasn't being properly researched. It's old information, outdated information. And the problem is that as someone like you, maybe who doesn't get voice lessons and who watches YouTube, you hear enough teachers say it that you assume it's true. And it doesn't make it true just because everyone's saying it. And it's really disturbing. One of the only channels that I really like that I feel he does his research is Sam Scott Thorne. He is an anatomy freak when it comes to vocal cords on how they physically work. And so I highly suggest his channel for that. I do like his teachings. And him and I brainstorm back and forth sometimes. But in general, um, watch what you learn and try to make sure that it's with someone who is able to um, back up what they teach. And if they don't know why they're teaching what they're teaching, then they need to do a little more research. And for me personally, I get really excited when I'm teaching a student and I teach them something and they ask me a question that I don't have an answer to. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get you an answer next lesson. And I'm so excited because it's information that I don't know, which means I'm going to learn, which is very exciting to me. I don't feel defeated. I don't feel like there's something wrong with me or why don't I know that, or put it back on the student and be like, well, why aren't you doing this? Why can't you do this? I just did it. Why can't you do it? And it's like, they're the student. They're coming to you to learn. Don't put it back on the student and be like, why aren't you able to do this? I can do it. Well, they can't do it. That's why they're in a lesson. And you're a crappy teacher that can't explain it in a way that can connect with them. And if you can't do that, then as a teacher, you need to go and study. And you need to ask other teachers and you need to do some research and find a way so that way that explanation can transfer over to the student who's paying you to figure it out. Like, oh, I get angry sometimes because I get these amazing students that come in and they just went to teachers that really put it back on them and really made them feel like crap for not being able to do something. And it's not you as the student, it's not your fault. Unless you're not doing your warm-ups and they gave you drills to do and you haven't been doing those drills at all every single week, okay. You didn't use the tool they gave you. But if you are doing it and it's not working and they don't have other ways to do it, and then they look at you and go, why can't you do it? Just look at them and go, I don't know. You tell me, why can't I do it? That's what I'm paying you for, right? You know? Ah, there's my tangent. There you go. Breathless is a good example of needing lots of air at times. Renee is amazing. I don't know who Renee is. A lot of times the reason why people run out of breath when they're singing is because their vocal cords aren't fully connected. And so they're having too much air come out. Their tone is just too airy and they don't have the strength yet to allow that style to come in. So they really need to do some drills to strengthen the muscles to allow the vocal cords to fully come together and seal up that hole that is there. And that's why all the air is escaping. And those can be done with like, and really bringing the vocal cords together rather than ha, 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 ha. And then the air is coming out because the vocal cords now have a hole and all that air is coming out. Oh, Renee Goldsberry. Yes, I love Renee Goldsberry. She's one of my favorites. Though I have to say, I think my favorite, okay, I have two favorite, if we're going to get into questions. Okay, let's get into questions. My favorite Broadway singers are Linda Eder. And if you've never heard of Linda Eder, I'm going to put the name in the chat. She is amazing. She doesn't sing anymore because she's older, but oh my God. Linda Eder and Jekyll and Hyde. So good. Linda Eder and damn it, why do I always forget names? The chick who's going to play Elphaba in Wicked. What is her name? She also sang Stand Up and Harriet Tubman, the movie. She also sang in The Color Purple. I think it starts with a C. I've done reactions for her that nobody watched, even though thank you, Cynthia Erivo. Yes, yes. I am not worthy. I am just not worthy. Her low notes are like juicy and thick and amazing, and yet her belts and her high notes just go sailing. She is so good. It's baffling how good she is. Though I have to say, my favorite Elphaba of all time so far was the most recent one, Hannah Cornell. Hannah Cornell. Oh my God, Hannah Cornell, something like that. And I did a reaction to her singing a song from Wicked. I don't remember which one. Her mix of her belt and her singing plus her acting. Her acting was just, and like, I'm sorry, but she was absolutely amazing. What's your favorite Hamilton song? To sing or to watch? Because if it's to watch, 100% the King song, You'll Be Back. but it has to be done by him because he's amazing. But yeah, the You'll Be Back done by. Damn it! Why am I so bad with names? He's also in Glee, and he has that long, fancy name. Hmm. Yes, thank you, Jonathan Groff. Oh my god. See, when I forget my names and videos, how many reviews have I done of Jonathan Groff and of Glee and of Hamilton? I so freaking forget his name. I'm so glad I don't have children because I think I would just call them by the wrong names all the time. It just would happen. Jonathan Groff. That would be by far my favorite song to watch. To For me to sing, assuming I knew all of the words, it's yeah, Jesse St. James or Jesse St. Laurent. I think I called him in one of the videos. Hi Matthew. Hi Eddie. How are you? He's in my karaoke club. Yay, Matthew. And Catherine. Yes, hello, Linda Eder. Oh my God. What was I saying? Okay, so Jonathan Groff. Now, if I was singing something from Hamilton, I would say it's a tie because it depends between Satisfied or Burn. I'm not sure because I love Satisfied, but there's a lot of words in Satisfied, truthfully. But I love big, belty, dramatic songs, and I feel like Burn. But at the same time, I felt like Burn was missing. And those of you who watch my review, you know what I'm talking about. I felt like Burn was missing something. Like I think Burn could have been right there with like She Used to Be Mine, you know, where it builds and it grows and this huge thing at the end. I felt like Burn didn't quite hit that same level as She Used to Be Mine. Just a little bit. I don't know what it is, but I just felt like it needed to modulate and the music needed to build it more. And maybe it's just me, but I wanted her to be more pissed off. However, as I've watched the movie now, and I've done a bunch of reviews, I do understand that her character, based on the context of that time, probably was more reserved as a character and wouldn't get so outwardly pissed. But were we really following everything from that timeline? I mean, come on, we're singing songs that basically sound like Beyonce songs. So I don't know. I think she could have gotten more mad, and I don't think the music supported that necessarily. Just saying. Let's see here. Okay. Oink Master says, "Hi, I'm a huge fan. Thank you for being down to earth, easy to relate to individual when it comes to the art of singing. I really do want to join the tutorial that you teach." Yeah, join the karaoke club, man. If you like me and you like these, you can chat with me more there. And it does support my channel and supports what I do. Absolutely. So if you want to support it, join the karaoke club. Okay, what was the other one? Hang on, I'm going back. What was it? Favorite song in the Heights? Breathe. Breathe. In the Heights is Breathe. Hands down, Breathe. And I was reading up on it, on how it was like the hardest song that he wrote. And I kind of feel, this is my feeling. I feel like Lin-Manuel Miranda is really, see, I remember his name. I don't know why I always remember his name. When it's a long ass name. What is with these people and these long names? I don't know. I feel like with him, he's really good at writing songs that have a lot of words. And then when it comes to the slow, bold ballads that have a little less words and more dramatic changes, I don't think that's really his strong suit in some ways. I think it's something that he struggles with because reading about how Breathe was the song that he just kept redoing over and over and over again, I kind of felt like, okay, yeah, it's probably what it is. Though I do like Breathe, I have to say, I do like Breathe. Angry Pretzel, do you have a Patreon? I don't have a Patreon, but I do have Karaoke Club. However, everyone keeps asking for Patreon, and my problem with starting a Patreon is that I feel like I don't have content to put into it because I put all my content into Karaoke Club. So I guess I could start it. If I were to start a Patreon, can you tell me easy things that I would put into it? And do I need to put stuff in it? Or can I just make that as a place for people to donate? I wouldn't mind personally setting my Patreon as a fundraiser ongoing for Burmese and Myanmar refugees, and everything donated goes there. That might be kind of interesting. But due to time, I don't want to put a lot into it when I have karaoke club, which I will put in here. Sing with Audrey.com. I'll put that on up there as well. Okay, so let's see here. What's your favorite Phantom of the Opera song to watch and sing? Oh, I don't know. For those of you that don't know, oh, Jensen. Okay, okay. Well, I could put stuff in there that's blocked. I guess I could just put that in there as well. As far as sorry, I do have a little bit of like ADD, I think. I'm at the generation where we just didn't bother to diagnose it. So sometimes I do get distracted. I can't have the TV on in the house, but I have gotten really good at bringing myself back. So I'm coming back. Crap. Favorite song in Phantom of the Opera. Favorite song in Phantom of the Opera. I have seen Phantom of the Opera probably so many times it's kind of unhealthy. Have I seen the movies of Phantom of the Opera? I tried to watch one once and I got about 20 minutes in and turned it off because I was like, this is god awful. I can't do it. And supposedly it was the one that was really bad. It was the older one. It was just really bad. But I've seen Phantom of the Opera. My mom used to take me to San Francisco and we would get the crap seats, like the cheapest seats possible at the last minute. So they were really cheap. And then we would watch the Phantom of the Opera. And I've seen it in San Francisco more times than I count. I probably saw it with the original cast because I think that was in San Francisco, if I remember. I'm not sure, but I saw it there. I've also seen it in Las Vegas. I've seen it in London and in New York as well. And there are different characters that I like from different fields, different locations. So it kind of also depends on where I am as to what's my favorite song from Phantom of the Opera. I really like I really like Think of Me as a singer because I like to show off. So I want the big song to myself, right? But as far as in general, I think it may be is it the Phantom of the Opera? No. The Phantom of the Opera has a Phantom of the Opera song, but there is it's the one where they duet together and crap. I think it has music, the word music in it. It's I don't know. I don't know. I think it's one of those or Think of Me. And it depends. I really like the Phantom. Music of the Night. Thank you so much. Music of the Night. I think that's my favorite one. But the Phantom has to be played as a broken artist. He really has to be played as like this heartbroken artist that like you just want to fix and you're just like I know that you're like killing people and doing some really jacked up stuff but you didn't mean to, right? And you're just artistic and you can't control yourself because your love and passion for me. That's the kind of way that I like the Phantom to be played. I did see him played in London and he was played as more of a serious character that was almost controlling her through almost like magic or hypnotism. And it made him as a really not nice character, and I really didn't like that version at all. But I did like Raoul in that version because they made him much more, a little bit more artsy and sensitive. And I pull towards that. What are you gonna do? Okay, so let's see here. Masquerade. Oh yeah, that's a good one with all of their faces on parade, and they're like coming down the stairs. Oh man, that's so good when you see it live. You're like, oh. I always bring tissues because I cry like a big, big baby. Ben, where have you been? Oh, Matthew's laughing. I can fix him. Can you tell? Can you? Do you know my previous relationships? Can you And then I went to therapy and I'm better now. And then I met Danny. We've been together 9 years. I saw someone says on there, where do you live? I live in Thailand, if you want to, where I reside. technically in Thailand, but right now I'm in California. And then once COVID kind of handles its thing and things kind of go back to normal, so to speak, I'll be moving all over the place all the time, all over the world. So, but I am originally from California, northern and southern. All my family's California, from Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento. That's us. So, yeah. Um, Okay, let's see here. Are you still watching Glee? Ben. That's why I was gonna say this. I am not, and that was at the beginning of this video. I will be, and if you want to know why, when this live stream ends, watch it and you'll see me cry, because that's how this all started. And then now, over an hour later, we have a whole other thing going on. I have not seen Repo the Genetic Opera. I have seen a little bit of it. I am not a huge fan of Sarah Brightman as far as Broadway musicals go. I feel, and you guys are gonna hate me, but whatever. I feel like she's a little limited in her flexibility as a character, and I don't feel like she can go into the depth that we need. She just kind of plays that same box of a character. Okay, let's see. What's your general opinion of Naya Rivera's singing? As for what I've heard, I think she's great. I think she's very flexible. She's really good at switching her styles and adapting. I've listened to a little bit of her originals and I think are good as well. Uh, it's kind of a shame because I think she probably could have been a really big pop star if she wanted to. And I feel like maybe she was happy with Glee. That's also a possibility. But sometimes people aren't in the right place at the right time to become that pop star. But I think she absolutely had the potential to be like a Britney Spears, no joke. Because she could dance, she could sing, she could act. She was versatile in what she could do. And she's sexy as hell. So she kind of had, her work ethic was great. I think she kind of had everything needed, but maybe Glee fulfilled her plate. And she wanted a family and was happy with that. So I think she's a great singer, absolutely. Is she one of my favorite singers in the world? No, but that might also be because maybe I haven't heard her sing something at the level that I would have considered as, oh my God, I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm going to skip some of you that are asking that I've already responded to. Ben got in late. Yeah, Ben, where have you been, Ben? What's your take on Laura Fabian Mademoiselle Hyde? I don't know who that is. From what I know. Maybe I've heard her sing and I just forgot her name, which clearly we know is a pattern of mine. Okay. Angry Pretzel, that's a cute name. I would love to see a reaction to Spring Awakening. I have done one of Spring Awakening. Where have you been? With Leah Michelle and Jonathan Groff. You need to go through all of my videos. Just go to my channel, put up at the top where it says search the channel, put Spring Awakening. It is there. I've done that many videos that people forget what I've done. Okay, let's see here. Sammy, I haven't seen you. Many hugs and best wishes from Mexico. Tammy. I'm sorry, Tammy. We were looking at moving to Mexico City is actually on the list, but we're kind of saving Mexico to move to until my family gets sick. As weird as that sounds, but I'll then need to be closer to family. I'm grabbing my charger. And so there we go. So eventually I may live in Mexico. Let's see here. Amen. Sarah Brightman taught a whole generation of young sopranos very, very bad habits. Yeah, right, Angela? Thank God you guys aren't trying to kill me on that. Probably because she's old school. If she was new school, the younger people would come after me. Have you considering transitioning Karaoke Club to Patreon? It would give you an opportunity to explore the platform using content you're already producing. I have not, because I like the layout of my Karaoke Club for now. Simply because I can organize things. There's a lot in there, and I feel like Patreon, I can't organize it the same, as well as Patreon has rights to my content. And I don't want them to, as well as Patreon takes 20% of my money from it as well. And they have rights to my list of people as well, so they can market to you. They own a lot because you don't pay for Patreon. Right now, I actually pay for a system called Kajabi, and I pay $170 a month. And I do this on purpose because I want to protect my content and whatnot. Yes, I do have it currently on Facebook because the user platform is more friendly, but I have everything backed up in my Kajabi. And eventually I will be moving to another platform that is off of all of it. But I may have to just do a Patreon, you guys, and just put some stuff in it and kind of go from there and look into it. But I didn't like the organization of it. I mean, right now I have nine or 10 masterclasses. I have 6 bonus videos. I have like a bunch of stuff in there. And I really like that it creates a platform where my members can chat with each other, because the idea is to create a community where they can really connect with each other. And on Feedback Fridays and different posts, they're able to really, really connect at a deeper level. And I really like that. And that was my big focus of it. And I felt like Patreon doesn't allow that. It's more me just giving to you, but not as much of allowing communication within the community as much as I would like it to. But I haven't checked it in like a year, so I'll take a gander at it. Okay. Emily, where have you been, Emily? Yes, we're going to do a Tick Tick Boom watch party. Watch the beginning of this video while I'm crying my eyes out and telling you about how everything's crazy right now. Let's see here. Natalia Diaz Nascimento. Yeah. Naya was going to refocus on her singing career in 2021. Too bad she couldn't fulfill her plans. Damn, dude. Damn. That would have been amazing. Now, my Gleeks out there, is it true that they're considering rebooting Glee? I heard rumor, and they were talking about it on the podcast as well that I was on, which is Gleek of the Week. If you haven't checked that out and you're a Gleek person, Gleek of the Week podcast is a great podcast, and I was just on it recently. But I heard that they were going to reboot Glee. And that might be why they took it off of Netflix and allowed that contract to expire for the US. And it's like, they're trying to kind of like how I feel like they were trying to reboot Sex and the City, and they're starting to involve new characters. And I don't know. If they do reboot Glee, you know what channel will be on it. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to back up a little bit. JJ Live. She applied for American Idol and was ejected in auditions before Glee. Lame. Yamil, when are you going to react to Descendants 2 and 3? I don't think I'm going to react to the whole video, but I will be reacting from songs from those. And I'll have voting up for that probably in the next month and a half to 2 months, depending on when I get home and things go to normal. Then, yeah. Let's see here. Thanks. Do you plan to react to Songbird from Naya on Glee? Mo, where have you been? At the beginning of this video, I went over all my schedule layout for Glee with dates for the Glee videos. Songbird might be coming up tomorrow, but I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see here. Also, that monthly charge is probably less than Patreon taking 20%. Yes, actually it is, for sure, because as the group grows, whatnot. But maybe I'll have to make Patreon for those of you that just really like my channel and don't necessarily want to learn how to sing. You don't want the training of learning how to sing. You just really like the content. You like the community. Maybe that's what I'll make my Patreon towards. Matthew Nation, I got to plug you in here, baby. Matthew Nation says the karaoke club is a lot of fun. It's super easy to find guides and videos. It's also super affordable and worth every penny. And Audrey is right. Everyone is super supportive. Super true, Matthew. Yes. Gotta love my karaoke club. You guys. And I know you by name, and I see you in my chats, and I'm like, how are you? How are things? I know about your voices. I know what you're struggling with. Like, I really get to know my karaoke club members so close. You're my babies. Matthew, and I love that I cracked you up on our last live stream, Matthew. That was really funny. Okay. I'm scrolling down. They said they were going to reboot it every few years. Yeah, they need to reboot it already. I don't know if I can handle Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo Glee episodes. That's true, Angry Pretzel. That's true. That's what they would do. Okay, let's see here. Okay, who have I not looked at? Oh, yeah, it's kind of all the same people. That's okay. There's a huge rumor. So sorry I missed the beginning of this. Yeah, Mo. Yeah, Mo. Songbird, I believe, does come out tomorrow, by the way. Okay, let's see here. You almost got my name. I've been working on it. It's the equivalent of Natalie in Portuguese. So when I move to Portugal in March, I will get much better at your name. I did struggle with the beginning when I did a cover of Breathe, which will come out eventually from In the Heights. There's Spanish in the beginning, and I had to do it like several times because hablo español un poquito. And I sent it to my friend who speaks Spanish, and she was like, it was all good except for one little part. You said the instead of the, and I was like, okay, good. So it has been approved before it comes out. Okay, Angela Keys. Yes, I do know you well. Okay, so Ben says he went back and watched the beginning. Yeah, is there an embassy for Thailand in San Francisco? There is an embassy for Thailand in San Francisco, yes, and there's also one in Los Angeles, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What I've learned in Thailand is that you just kind of go with it, and everything is very redundant. A lot of the things that they do don't exactly make sense. A lot of sites don't work, or paperwork doesn't work, or you forgot this or you did that. And that's just kind of in general in Thailand. And it's not an insult in some ways, and even Thai people will agree. This is just kind of how it is. But I have to deal with it more because I'm not Thai and I'm visiting. But you just kind of deal with it. And then now it's like quadrupled because of COVID. So it just makes it even harder. Phoebe says, I just joined now. What did I miss? Is everything okay? Yeah, just go to the beginning of it when I'm crying. Peyton, thank you for $5. I will give the cut that YouTube takes, and then the rest I am going to donate to the Burmese refugees and the Burmese Myanmar refugees. I will be donating that to it. And that's pinned at the top, just so if you guys want more info on that. So absolutely, I think it's like $3 I have left of it. I will head on over to them. And so thank you for supporting them on that. Any idea when more tick, tick, boom reaction videos are coming? Yes, that was at the beginning of the video, but since you gave me a donation, I will go over that. Could you also do In the Heights? I've already done In the Heights. I did Breathe. Did you see Breathe? A how to sing video is already out for Breathe. The cheat sheet is in the karaoke club. And then I will be doing a cover of it, which I was just talking about. I've already done the audio. I need to do the video. Yeah. Tick, tick, boom reactions. Yes, they are coming. I'm dealing with trying to get back home. But I do plan on doing more reactions, and I don't have my phone with me, but I did label them in the beginning, and it was therapy and 2 others. And I don't remember when they are. It was the ones that I asked for timestamps on my community board. I will be doing those. And I'll doing watch parties for them too. And if I end up in quarantine, which is very likely, I will be in house arrest quarantine at a quarantine hotel for 10 days when I am in Thailand. We're going to be doing a lot of watch parties, y'all, because like I'm going to be stuck inside. Just so you know. And West Side Story 2021, when it comes out on DVD, yes. And I plan on pulling clips from that and reacting to that the moment that it comes out, as well as Sophia. Oh, she's gonna kick my ass if she sees this video. Sophia. I forget her. She's now a friend of mine, and she played Maria on Broadway on the West End. She also played Christine in Phantom of the Opera. I will be interviewing her as well and going over her reaction to the new West Side Story movie and what she thought of it, as well as any tips for singing. I think I'm going to cover how to sing, not Maria, I'm Pretty. I'm So Pretty, that song, whatever that one is. we're gonna also in the interview go over that, and I'll make a how to sing for that. Okay. Oh my God, no. Angela Keys says, "Did you see the CNN story about the computer programmer in Chicago who's called back to Broadway to sing Elphaba as their emergency pitch hitter? She was the lead years ago." No, I didn't hear about that. That's crazy. She probably makes way more money as a computer programmer than on Broadway. 'Cause they don't pay Broadway people enough. They don't pay them crap. And they have them work tons of hours in the same show over and over and over again. They don't get paid crap majority of the time unless they're like the top person, you know? But man, you should definitely come to Brazil. Philip, I will. Or Philippe. Or Felipe? Huh. Yeah, embassy doesn't do that much at all. They can give you info and renew, and that's about it. Yeah, and when COVID hit and I was in Thailand and we were trying to get our vaccines, which by the way, I didn't get my vaccine until October of last year. That's a few months ago is when I got my first Pfizer vaccine. And we called the embassy and we went to the embassy and a bunch of other Americans and I did. And they were like, too bad, don't know what to do. And they just kept giving us auto emails back like, oh, well. And we're like, you sent over Pfizer. Why can't we get Pfizer? We need to get vaccinated. And it's like, nah, it's fine. Sorry, can't deal with it. Like, just kept looping us in emails. So the whole thing on movies where like things go down and then you like the embassy is going to be there for you. Yeah, that didn't happen with COVID. The embassy didn't give a crap about Americans at all. Yet, my French friends, when COVID hit, as soon as France got their vaccines, guess what? They shipped over vaccines for the French people to get their vaccines. Same thing with my Dutch friends. As soon as that happened, shipped them on over, they got their vaccines. When America got all their vaccines and us Americans out in Thailand were like, hey, give me a vaccine, we got auto emails looped. We didn't get anything. I like nothing at all. I ended up getting mine through the bulk of people that in Thailand that got it. I was in line with other Thai people. I got it in that batch. That's why I had to wait. Amazing. Thank you, America. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, therapy. Come to your senses and louder than words. Thank you. But please do why as well. Julie, if those do well and you guys like them and it pulls in traffic and it seems worth it, then yeah, I will do why. But that would be the lower one below it. I wish they had streamed West Side Story rather than at these, or it would have made more money. Yeah, that would have been nice. I still haven't seen it. I can't risk it for COVID, and then they didn't have it in Thailand, and so, yeah. Any interest in reviewing songs from Rent? Yes. I feel like I have. Why do I feel like I've reviewed something from Rent? I'd be really surprised if I haven't reviewed anything from Rent. I don't know. Lefty Blue, go to my channel, click up at the top to search my channel, and if there, oh, I have to do that. I'm surprised. Nothing comes to mind, though. And there is Adina Menzel. Wait, no. Renee. I did. I think I did. I think I reviewed Renee Goldsberry singing Down Tonight, something like that. I think it's called, where she's like hanging over the pole with her leg. And it might have been a part of a collage, though. Crap. I don't know. I think so. I have I don't know. I have way too many videos. Do you play an instrument? Yes, my vocal cords. I also play piano. I used to play piano and read sheet music for piano, but it's been so many years that I haven't used it that I am just like, it doesn't quite work. But I can play chords and scales like a master, because I do that all day, every day for my singing lessons and for myself. But I can't. I am trying to learn ukulele in my free time. I really should do it more. I really enjoy it. And that's why I've been cutting my nails short, because I keep going, I'm going to work on my ukulele. And that never happens. But I would like to learn ukulele. I was trying to learn She Used to Be Mine on ukulele. It's really hard to sing and do it at the same time. It's ridiculous. Can you react to Encanto? Blaine, where were you? you weren't here earlier. Yes, that will be happening. If you want to know when and why and yada yada, go to the beginning of this live stream. Let's see here. Okay. Oh yeah, COVID is such a shit. Yes, it is. I had it 6 weeks ago and I still can't smell or taste. Oh, and I passed out like 7 times and also I still can't walk stairs normal. Oh, Phoebe, I'm so sorry. Oh, that sucks. Please react to ALW Cinderella. You know, Kieran Wynn, I had considered that, but I saw other channels did, and their videos didn't do very well at all, as well as I wasn't really happy with it. The ones that I have seen, I'm like, I don't know. So yeah. Let's see here. Out tonight. Yes, out tonight. Did Renee play Mimi? Mimi is who sang Out Tonight in Rent. Then yes, Renee did. She had this hot little outfit on. She's tiny. She's skinny. Okay. Top 3 reasons. Thank you, Jensen. It was my video. That is the top 3 reasons why Renee Goldsberry is so amazing. That's what you want to check out. That has a little clip of Rent. Hi, thanks for your vids. Started my voice, and now I don't care doing my world tour on my bathroom singing. And knowing that I'm not a bad singer. Sing in the bathroom, man. Hugo, that's the best dynamics ever. It has acoustics. You sound great. Are you going to react to the Wicked movie when it comes out? Yeah. Except for, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even go here on the casting of Wicked. I love Cynthia Erivo. I think she's going to do amazing. I don't know if she's too old because they're supposed to be in high school, right? Right? High school? College? I don't know. I'm not sure. And then Ariana Grande, honey, you better bring it. Like, she can sing as a pop star. I've seen her on Broadway in clips and stuff that she's done, and I reviewed quite a bit of it, and I feel like she plays the same character in every single one. And I really like, you've got some big shoes to fill for Kristen Chenoweth. There's some big shoes to fill. Like, I don't know. I don't even know anyone who could, truthfully. So I wish her luck. She's got a lot of work to do. Because vocals, sure, but we're talking character-wise. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's fine. I loved your cover of I See You Light. Thank you, Matthew. That was such a hot mess and it was so much fun. And people kept stopping me and pulling me aside and trying to take pictures with me and filming me while I'm singing. And if you notice, my lips don't match my voice. There are so many points where my lips don't match my voice, but it was supposed to be just a really fun kind of shit show of a music video. It was that's why I put the clips in the beginning of it, because originally we didn't do that. It was just the video. And I was like, people are going to think that I was serious when I did this. I don't want them to think that. So that's why we put the clips in the beginning, because I was like, this was not supposed to be serious at all. Okay. Did you see Jimmy Fallon video of Ariana and Kelly Clarkson sing off? Yes, it was really good. Ariana is a very skilled singer. Absolutely. And that's not my question as far as her playing Glinda. It's the acting. It's because we're talking musical theater. It's not just singing now. It's acting and singing and dancing. You have to have all of those put together. Aria, anything you reacted to that surprised you that it was as good as it was? Yes, Zach. I think a few have. One that really comes to mind is You'll Be Back from Hamilton. I think that was such an exceptional performance. I had no idea I was going to like it. No idea. That, and then the other one I think was my top was Jeremy Jordan singing She Used to Be Mine. This was the first time I ever heard Jeremy Jordan sing, and I'm a huge fan of She Used to Be Mine. And I was like, a guy singing it blew me away. Blew me away. So good. And so I was extremely surprised on that. And then probably, I've already mentioned a few others, but then also Found Tonight, the mashup with Lin-Manuel Miranda and Dear Evan Hansen guy. whatever his name is, you know who I'm talking about. Um, I cried on that one, but that was in a big part of COVID, and so it really kind of touched home with me pretty heavy on that. Okay. Oh, what else do we have on here? I'm just chatting with you. It's hi from Brazil. Hello, Brazil, Erlen. I see you. I see you there. Glinda has to be over the top, but it has to be done in all the right ways. Yes, Doug. Hi, Doug. How are you? Yes, exactly. It has to be done right. Ben Platt. Thank you, Ben Platt. Um, Now, here's the thing. Could I play Glinda? No, absolutely not. I would be terrible at playing Glinda. I'm not good at playing the perky, cute characters. I try. I try because it's always good to stretch your limits. Could I sing it? Yeah. Could I characterize it? No, not to the extent that it should be done. So there is a difference between that. Sine, is it Sine or Shanae? I don't know. Almost Montilla. Hi from Venezuela. Oh, wow, Venezuela. That's cool. Um, okay, I don't know what wrecked RBT means. Hello from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. You guys have really good chocolate. I really like your chocolate. And your people are really nice. All the Swedish people I've met are like, especially the men, I just want to hug you all. You're like these big dudes, you're just big teddy bears. You're like the sweetest people ever. Um, or anything you're particularly excited to react to next? No? Am I being too brutally honest? I mean, Tick Tick Boom, granted, I was thrown off. I did not know he could sing. So seeing more of that would be cool. Um, I really want to see West Side Story when that comes out. So that for sure I will be very excited to see. There's something, right? Um, Yeah, yeah. I don't really know. Like, I review things, and then I don't know what it is because I haven't seen them, so I don't know if they're gonna be good until I actually watch them, and then I'm like, "Oh my god, that was so good," you know? So, okay, let's see here. Uh, yeah, on Wikipedia, Kristen and Adina what? Are as Elfie in the movie. That's weird. Wikipedia is wrong because or maybe it's an old movie, but they weren't in a movie. I don't know. I don't know, Hugo. I have or Zach. I have no idea. Wait, Hugo. I think it was Hugo. Huh. Okay, let's see here. Hi, can you please react to Love You More and Turning Tables from Glee? There's a whole list of Glee. It'll probably come at one point. It's amazing how many there are. Come From Away. I've heard of Come From Away. I haven't reacted to that. I haven't seen it. I love your Glee reactions. Thank you. My chat is not in sync with the video. Maybe you have to leave and come back. I don't know. Nope. I don't know what happened. I think my parents just got home. I don't know if my dad wants me to be down there on video. Are you tired of people asking you to react to different things all the time? Must be exhausting. Yes, it is exhausting. But on here, on live chat, to be expected. But I think a lot of the times, so people also need to understand that if something is trending and big, I'm gonna give it a little more attention. Like Tick Tick Boom, obviously, if I had the time and I wasn't so overloaded, then yeah. But as I mean, I get asked all the time to react to videos. That is also why I give more attention to people that ask technical questions about singing because that's really the true heart of what I do. And I will be brutally honest. My true love is teaching people how to sing and singing. That's my main thing. I use the reactions as a way to display the knowledge that I have, as well as bring in traffic to my channel. Um, but I'm way more skilled beyond reacting to videos. But it brings people to see me, to know that I'm here, and then the ones that want to learn how to sing, I really give a lot of attention to those because that's really where my heart and soul is teaching people how to sing and singing myself as well. Um, do I like doing it? Yes. But is that really my heart and soul and bloodline? No, it's more the teaching is really my thing, truthfully. But a lot of you guys don't actually really want to learn how to sing. You just want to learn a little bit about your favorite singer and how they do what they do. So that works too. Okay. Thank you, Jean. Maybe we can go and see a week ago, It Wasn't Like This. I don't know exactly. Let's see here. Les Mis, the movie version of Les Mis. I don't know if you want me to. I did a Les Mis behind the scenes singing scene of it. I wasn't a huge fan of Les Mis, the movie, and maybe that's because I've seen it on Broadway and I saw it in London, and that was some serious shit, and I was crying like baby, and that was like a jacked up musical. So then when I saw the TV version, I was like, it's not exactly the same. Um, Thank you, Ties from Brazil. Um, Most disappointed you've been in a vocal performance that you reacted to. Most disappointed. Zach, you're just asking for people to hate me. I know I have been disappointed in Idina Menzel voice personally. Um, and at first it was one video and everyone said, oh, she was sick that night or she had asthma. And then the next video was like, oh, she also had asthma or she had pneumonia. And then the next, and so it felt like in a row, it wasn't disappointing. It was kind of sad because Idina Menzel had these amazing vocals, but she didn't use them correctly, so to speak, and then the overuse of it. And then it really just, a lot of the videos hearing her sing how her voice has deteriorated. And it's really been painful to watch and hear her just yell these songs. And I know you can have a bad night, but to have several of them, and I just keep watching them, like I feel bad, but I think that was kind of the most disappointing. Anyone else? Should I say it? Because it hasn't come out yet, but I already did it. It was part of my batch. Okay, I'll do it because if you are watching on a replay and we're almost 2 hours in, then you love me. And I'll tell you. Probably and I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this when the video comes out. Because the first time we took it down and went, no, we're not gonna put it up. People are gonna hate it. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. And that is Defying Gravity with oh my god, why do I forget her real name? Amy, Mercedes from Glee. Whatever her name is, Amy. No, God, Glee. You know who I'm talking about. Mercedes from Glee singing "Defying Gravity," and you said the most disappointing performance. You didn't say Amber Riley. Thank you. It wasn't her performance that was disappointing. It was the mixing of it. Whoever mixed that, it just muted her vocals and you could hear that she was doing this amazing belt and it was just, they just mixed it so wrong. It really pulled away from any of her power. And then they had this terrible green screen behind her. And then the instrumental orchestra that was on the green screen behind her that was supposed to be like it was really there and it totally wasn't. It didn't mix right together, and it just took away from her. It really, really did. Like, it didn't do her justice. I was very disappointed with that performance, and I feel like she also, since she was clearly singing with a green screen, it didn't have that feeling of when you're with a live audience. So I think that also pulled away from it. And that video will come out. And those of you that are watching, be sure to back me up on this because a lot of people are going to say that I'm disappointed in her vocals. And that's wasn't what I was saying. I was saying I was disappointed in the mixing of it. I felt like it took away from her vocals, but people are going to translate it wrong and they're going to hate me and get angry and they can just deal. But this is my explanation because I think she's way stronger of a singer than what I heard. Way stronger. So that was probably my most disappointing performance from what I've seen, but not necessarily her. Matthew Nation, because you're in my karaoke club, I'm gonna read yours. That's why I love your channel. I won't lie and say I don't like your reactions. I do, but you go into depth and explain the how-to. You don't get that with a lot of the vocal coach reactions, probably because they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of the time. They're like, oh, you could hear her tilting her larynx. That's one. Oh, you can hear the larynx tilting. What the hell does that mean? do people aren't gonna know what tilting the larynx? Yeah, let me just tilt my larynx because I know about hyoid bones and the anatomy of vocals, you know? Or they're like, "Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was good." Well, what was beautiful about it? What was so good? What did they do? How'd they do it? How can I understand? Yeah. Okay. Then see, I just totally went down. I'm sure they're good teachers, and there are some that are really good there. I try not to be too mean. Can you react or covers of movies like Mamma Mia? I just don't like Mamma Mia. We went over this in the freaking the podcast that I did with Gleek of the Week, and it was a Mamma Mia song, and we were voting on which one was better from Glee, so which songs from Glee can move on to the next competition. And if you are a Glee fan, you need to check out Gleek of the Week podcast because you would love it. But we did a Mamma Mia song, and I'm just not a Mamma Mia fan. I'm just not. I never have been. I don't think you can get me there. So the musical itself, I'm sure it's amazing. I've seen it. Um, I don't know, it's just too cheesy for me, I just don't really like it, and it's just what it is, and it couldn't even grow on me, like, I didn't like Hamilton when I first watched it because I was like, "They're not singing enough, they're just rapping, this is ridiculous, I hate this, we're losing the whole heart and soul of musical theater," and I became a little snot about it, but then as I watched it again, I was like, "Okay, I kinda like this," and then now I like it. So but Mamma Mia just never grew on me. It just couldn't. I don't know. So sorry. I probably will never react to anything from Mamma Mia. Sorry. Okay. Kim Friedrich. That sounds really fancy. I don't know if that's right. I can't sing, but I do it as a kind of physical therapy. Chemo damaged my vocal cords big time. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. You can probably do quite a bit to help with it. We actually have one of the people in our karaoke club had a seizure, and he can only use one of his vocal cords, one side of his vocal cords. Part of it's paralyzed, but we were able to expand his range and work with what he has. So I definitely suggest joining the karaoke club, and there's some ooh slides and some we can also help with picking out songs that are more friendly to what your vocal range is so you don't have any pain but you still get more freedom with it. So karaoke club. Zach had a question, and then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the workup. What is a common problem that you encounter with people wanting to learn to sing? To clarify, what is a common mistake people make when trying to sing? Probably right now, the most common problem that I find is excess air. That's probably the number one. And that has to do because with the music that's out right now has a lot of excess air. So we have a lot of airy tones. Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, even now Adele is going air in her falsettos. So it's really trendy, it's really big, and it has been for a bit. So that airy sound. And probably the number one thing that I have is when students come to me, they think they need more air because they are running out of breath. And then the reality is, and I won't get into much depth because I did earlier in this video, in this live stream, but when you are singing with a lot of excess air, these are your vocal cords and they go in your throat. And when you're singing with excess air, they separate and lots of air flows out. So it's like a hole, so to speak, and you run out of breath very, very quickly. So a lot of times students will come to me and say, I need more air. They actually don't need more air. They need to bring these vocal cords together and they need to do drills that strengthen the vocal cords to come together. Once they come together and they have that strength, then they can gauge how minimally amount they have to separate the vocal cords to create that excess air tone that they want, which is a style choice and not a foundational technique. And so that's probably the number one thing. People come to me, they say they need more air because they're running out of air, and they don't need more air. They need to seal up the hole by bringing those vocal cords together and strengthening the muscles that bring the vocal cords together with cord drills. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna take a few more and then I think that'll be good. Do you have any tips on how to dance and sing at the same time as I'm currently in the production of Guys and Dolls? Kieran, or Kieran? Yes. Oh, what was this? I've gone over this a few times in the past in videos. One of the main ways is to make sure that you don't bottle up your air. You don't want to put a lot of air in your diaphragm because if it is a song that needs a ton of air, then you shouldn't be doing a lot of heavy dancing. Like the big belting notes, a lot of times you're not doing heavy dancing at the same time. It's choreographed based on that. So with, for instance, like with Guys and Dolls, you wouldn't be doing one of the big belts while you're dancing. It's just not going to happen. And if it does, you need to talk to your choreographer, because you need a lot of air for a long, and I'm talking a long belt or a long stanza. In general, how you can help with this is by lightening your sound. So you see me do a lot of crazy face and all this lifting and stuff like that, where I'm up here. As you lift and you pop open this nasal area, it's going to lighten your sound and you'll be able to get more sound out without having to bottle up the air. And we don't want to put the air down there while you're dancing because as you dance, it will adjust down there and you're going to get a really wavy sound, and we want it steady. So by keeping minimal air, making sure you do your cardio so you don't need as much air. So exercise is very important for that. And then that will allow the air to stay more higher up. And as far as dancing wise, that's what you want, because you don't want the air to adjust down below. And your chest plate in general isn't, this part here isn't going to shift. You're going to move down here at your waistline. And so that will stabilize your sound. And if you don't know exactly how I'm talking about, like, how do I lift up here? What do I do? Then I would suggest that you get the Quick Fix course. There is an entire section on it that talks about how to lift and place your sound up in here. Or bare minimum, join the karaoke club, because we do master classes as well, talking about placement, how to do it, what drills to do, and bonus videos too. And that's at singwithaudrey.com. FYI, there's my plug. Okay, I'm gonna just scroll to the bottom and then I gotta go soon, you guys. I'm sticking out until my phone freezes again. Good. Bye, Matthew. Yeah, things are hopefully just as soon as I get back to Thailand, then I'm just gonna sleep for an hour. Do you think what do you think of Hugh Jackman in The Music Man? I have not seen him in The Music Man, Mark Newman. But I do have to say, what do I think of Hugh Jackman? He is hot. I would date him. I like him. He's sexy. He just gets cuter as time goes on. He's so my type. I like him. And he can sing. And I love that his wife isn't super skinny. And he was like, I just love her for who she is. Like, I think she's amazing. And I like that style of woman. And I like that he outright said that. I think it's really cool. Okay. Monique says, I just joined. Even though I've been watching your videos for a while, I would love to hear your take on Bradley Jaden, who is a British musical theater singer. Haven't heard of him. If I get more requests for it, I will definitely check it out. I was going to ask if you could react to therapy from Tick Tick Boom, please. Dude, the super bosses. Go to the beginning of this. Go to the beginning of this. I have dates and what I'm doing, and therapy is on there. So, Mark Newman and his voice. Oh, yeah, his voice is great too, you know. Hugh Jackman. I've actually wrote his name so many times that when I write notes in my notepad for my phone for my students, whenever I put high notes, it'll autocorrect it to Hugh notes with his name. Bad. Have you seen any of the Greenlight performance of The Greatest Showman? No, I have not. I am not. Oh, thank you, Jim. Love you too. Okay, let's see. Do you guys want to say hi to my dad? Do you want to see my dad? I think he's downstairs. I'm gonna say hi to my old dad. Because I think he's down there and I was gonna go down there. I gotta eat. I haven't ate yet. It's 1:00. I'm just sipping on coffee. Probably totally not healthy. Okay, so let me move this. Thailand. Wait, how can I achieve a head mix sound? Armando, join my karaoke club. There's my short answer for a head mix. Join my karaoke club. Okay, so I think I am going to log off. If you have questions about when videos are coming out, what they are, check out the beginning of this. Thank you all for being there for me. It actually was nice to chat with you all. I'd never do this. I usually just kind of put on the front of everything going great, everything perfect, and you don't really see what's going behind the scenes. So thank you all for hopping on, and I think I'm gonna go. Yes, I'll wait for you all to say goodbye because I know it's delayed. And I don't think my dad's gonna want to be on video. He's not the video kind of person, anyways. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm like trying to balance coffee and computer. Probably not the best idea. This is not the best angle either. Okay. All right. Bye, you guys. Bye. Okay. Let me do this, and then that, and then that, and then that.